Hey, vinyl community, welcome back. This is Hubtunes. I am Mike. This is a January vinyl finds. It's kind of just stuff from 2025 that I missed along the way. And I managed to pick up mostly in the month of December. I think I bought one record in January. The rest are probably from like around Christmas when I picked these up. I watched a lot of you guys do your year-end lists of stuff, and man, I missed a bunch of stuff. So, and then I had a little extra money, so I picked up a couple that I knew I was going to pick up eventually. So yeah, I got a nice little stack of maybe 6 records. Yeah, January I haven't really bought anything. I got something coming next week. I bought a used record on eBay. It was $10. So I bought it, I streamed it, and I really liked it. So I got that coming. Other than that, it's really been quiet, which leads me kind of to my next point. You probably saw in the thumbnail. I'm kind of changing the channel around. I'm not gonna rebrand. I'm not shutting the channel down. I guess I am kind of rebranding. I'm not gonna shut the channel down and then in 2 months rebrand. I hate when people do that. Keep your channel, stick with your channel. If you don't want to do it, just shut it down. I never understood the whole rebranding of channels. It doesn't make any sense to me. So I will not be doing that. I can guarantee you I'm not doing that. But you know, over the last, first of all, February 1st is my 5th anniversary of doing this channel. I never, ever dreamed I would be doing this for 5 years. I figured in the beginning, I figured I'd do it for like 2 months, and then I'd get irritated. I would get bored. I would hate the comments. I figured I'd be trolled, and it's really just been the opposite. Yeah, you always get trolls. Still get trolls? Probably get one on this video. I ignore them. I really don't. They don't bother me. But yeah, I just, and when I started out, I was making, I was making 2-3 videos a week at the beginning. At least 2 a week. It was insane. And I cut back after the first 2 years. I think I cut back and just went down to like 1 or 2 a week. And then now I do the one every Monday, 6 a.m. I upload it. And even, I always told myself if it wasn't fun, I'm not going to do it anymore. And I'm not saying it's not fun, or am I? I'm not buying as many records as I used to. I'm not listening to as many records as I used to. My living situation has changed a little bit. I don't have as much free time as I used to. I mean, I used to have a lot of free time during the pandemic. Now I'm busy. And when I do have downtime, sometimes the last thing I want to do is make one of these videos. I'll be honest. I'd rather be, chilling with my cats, watching a movie, cooking some food in the kitchen, or actually listening to my records. I'd rather be listening to my records than making a video talking about my records. And honestly, that's kind of what it's come down to lately, because I don't have a lot of time to listen to records anymore. And, it's a combination of a lot of things. So I am not shutting the channel down. I'm going to keep the channel going. I've never wanted to be a vinyl finds video and just only show what I bought that month. So that's not why I started this channel. I wanted to talk more in depth about music and what I already have and what I found. So I definitely don't want to just do vinyl finds videos. They're kind of boring, to be honest. But I love showing you guys, new stuff I bought. So, and that's another thing, as I've been going along, I do like doing other things like Roomy Tunes and, what's spinning, or concert reviews and stuff. And I feel like I'm not putting my full effort into them. Some of these videos, I feel like they're lacking. And that bothers me a little bit. I want to be fully present and be putting out good stuff. And I've looked back at a couple of videos and they're really not very good. And another thing too, concert review series has been a huge part of this channel. Like 2022, I went to like 30 concerts. The year after was like 30 something also. And this last year was like, maybe 15. And this year I don't have any, well, I have tickets to one concert. But, so those are slowly dwindling. And a lot of it comes down to budget. I know we're all feeling it. My rent went up $300 a month. $300 more a month for rent. Don't worry. He's taking care of housing. Don't worry. So, it is. A lot of it does probably stem back to budget. Budget and time really are the two big things in my life right now that I'm just struggling with a little bit. And, I want to make good videos. So, basically, and I haven't really decided how I'm going to do it. It might be a whim where I want to do a Roomy Tunes video. I don't know. Maybe that's a bad example. Well, no, they're fun videos. You guys like them. You all watch them, and they get the most comments. So, every once in a while, yeah, maybe if I have a half hour in the afternoon and, an hour to listen to the record, I'll throw one, do a Roomy Tunes video. I definitely will be doing a video at least once every 2 to 3 weeks. Stuff I'm bringing in, stuff I've been listening to. I think what it's going to be, instead of just like a vinyl finds video, I think it's going to be kind of just a salad of a bunch of stuff. Vinyl finds, concert reviews. I might just make one big video like every 3 weeks and see how that goes for a little bit. And it'll give me more time to listen to the music before I just jump on and talk about it. That's another thing that's been real frustrating. A lot of these new records that I'm finding, they're great, but if they just came in the mail today, I'm making a video already talking about them. It's just kind of not fair to you guys, and I don't know. I just want it to be. I want to get maybe the spark back, so I'm thinking hopefully this will do it. So it'll be probably one video every 3 weeks or so, combo salad of everything that's going on in my life, what records I'm listening to, concerts, anything, various things. I might even do movies. I read a lot, so I got some books that I've been really wanting to read that I haven't had time to do. Yeah, I actually have a backlog of like 3 books I really want to read. No time. And then when I do have time, I'm making a video or I don't know. So anyway, I hope you guys all understand. I'm kind of excited about it. I think it's going to be it'll be better for me. That's really what it comes down to. So let's get right into this. This is a Vinyl Finds video of, basically I got like 6 records, stuff that came in December and January, mostly December, things that I went right over my head in 2025. And a bunch of these would have been very, very high on my best of 2025 list. This is one that I picked up. This is a Black Friday. I haven't been in a record store since, I don't think I've been in a record store since October. I don't have the time. I'm not a big crate digger anyway. Sorry, I'm all over the place. But I'm not a big crate digger anyway. I'm not one of these people who like sits in front of a dusty bin of records and looks through $5 records. That's never been my thing. Even when I first started collecting, I never did that shit. I don't like doing that. So going to a record store usually would just be what's on the wall. Oh, that's expensive. I'll take it. Or, what's in the new release bin? Oh, I heard this is good. I'll take it. Now my purchasing is a lot more refined. I stream everything now. I don't do blind buys anymore. And I love blind buys when they work out. But how many don't work out, And so, some of my favorite records that I own are blind buys. And yeah, so my purchasing is very specific now. I stream everything, and it's usually online. It's usually I buy it from through Bandcamp. So many things through Bandcamp the last couple of months, and I feel bad. I don't promote my record store, my locals anymore. I don't go there anymore. I feel bad, but my budget just doesn't allow me right now to wander into a record store and start grabbing shit off its shelves. It's just not there. And I feel bad for my buddy Tim at Squeezebox Records in Evanston, Illinois. Give him a shout out. Check out his channel and his Instagram, and he's great. And all the other record stores I go to, Toad Hall up in Rockford, and all of them. But Yeah, that was another thing. I haven't even been in a record store, you guys. Even record store day, I had someone go to the record store for me. I didn't even bother getting off my ass. And then, another thing, you guys have all been asking me, aren't you going to do a vinyl tag 2026, blah, blah, blah. I had so many people message me about a vinyl tag 2026. And the only thing I could think was, hell no, I don't want to pull 25 records off of this fucking thing and then talk about it and then have to put them all back. And am I getting lazy? Am I getting old? I don't know. I just had no desire to pull 25 records off of the shelf to do a video. It just wasn't going to happen. Also, way too many prompts on those things. Way too many prompts. I can't even sit through some of those videos now. Anyway, back to the records. That's why you're here. This was a record store day that I missed. It was a release that I missed, and I really wanted it. I'm super glad I got it. It's the Wilco and Jeff Tweedy and Daniel Johnson kind of comp of stuff that they had done. Just random live stuff, some studio stuff, covers mostly. Yeah, great version of Art of Almost. They'd also, they do a cover of Casper the Friendly Ghost with Daniel Johnson. What's So Funny About Peace, Love, and Understanding. Don't Let Me Down, The Beatles. Modern Girl, the great Sleater Kinney song. Just a bunch of Say You Love Me by Fleetwood Mac. Just a really good comp. Sounds great, for being a mixture of like live, different concerts and stuff. And then really good, really good. Glad I picked it up. I got it fairly cheap too, which was good. So that was one that was on my must-have vinyl Black Friday list. So picked that up. Got this. This was on my list. I knew about this release from last year. I had streamed it a couple of times. I knew it was good. It just budget-wise, it never fit in. There was always something I wanted a little bit more, but I finally picked this up, and this is the new Mavis Staples album. I love me some Mavis. This is Sad and Beautiful World. Mostly covers. It opens with a great song, Chicago, which is high energy, really good. But just really, really good. Mavis is the best, man. What, 85? I think she's 85 now, and she sounds good. Obviously, she's not the Mavis Staples from, the Staples singers. That voice is long gone. But she's adapted, and she makes it work, and it's just, she's the best, man. I love Mavis. This is a really good record. Yeah, great, really good stuff. This is, I'll do this one next. This is a band, and I'm digging this band, man. I've been streaming some of their other stuff, and I think I'm going to pick up, there's one more of their more recent records that I'm going to pick up. I discovered this band years ago, right at the beginning when I first started with making videos and stuff. And Dave from Local Bandology, I think that's his name now. He changed it for a while. Now it's back. He rebranded. He's always on the Jazz Bums. Dave, I think it's Local Bandology. But he showed this band because he's not only into like avant-garde jazz, but he's also into a lot of punk music. And he showed this band their previous album that came out, God, it's got to be 3 or 4 years ago. So I saw who posted this. Somebody had this on their best of list for 2025. I think it was John, Digital Gramophone. I think it was. And this is the band called The X. And their album is If Your Mirror Breaks. First of all, kick-ass artwork. I love that. Most of their recent albums kind of have a similar art vibe. This band apparently has been around since the late 70s. I think 78, I want to say. And they've got like 20 records. I only have this one and the previous one. Like I said, I think it's the one that comes. I'm digging their most recent ones. They're punk, but they're kind of post-punk. A lot of the newer stuff is more post-punk. The older stuff seems to be more straight on punk. They're a Dutch band, just kick ass. They're funky as hell too. Terry Moore on guitar and Terry Hessels also on guitar is just a great 1-2 punch on guitar, man. And then Arnold DeBoer on vocals. Now, he sings most of the songs, but Katarina Bornfield on drums and vocals. Her songs that she sings, she only does like 1 or 2 a record from what I'm noticing. Her 1 or 2 a record are kick-ass, man. They're definitely, I'm not saying they're better than his vocals. His vocal styling is, it's kind of that post-punk, like, kind of driven vocal, and it can get a little much after a while, because this is a long record, man. There's a lot of songs. There's, well, 10 songs. But, so when her songs come in, it's kind of like a breath of fresh air almost, and I really dig her songs. What's the one she does on here? Is it Apartment Block? I'm not sure. I don't remember. But really cool band. Check these guys out. Y'all need to really dig into their discography. It is huge, though. I mean, there is a lot to look at, man. And a bunch of it's still on vinyl. I'm guessing a lot was through the CD years and didn't really get put out on vinyl, but a lot of the new stuff is still available on vinyl. So, yeah, definitely check this out. The X, If Your Mirror Breaks. Really cool. Super excited about that. This is another one that I believe, again, John Digital Gramophone showed. And this is a band out of the UK, and I had never heard of them. I've listened to a couple of their other records. I didn't like them quite as much as this. I listened to the one before this, and it was good, but this one kicks ass. And this is called Floral Image, Gone Down Meadowland. And wow, this is like a fun fuzzy psych rock, poppy, kind of fuzzy, really cool jam music. I mean, this is really, really good. And they call it, let's see, East Coast. Yeah, the description of this is actually kind of funny. I'm not going to read it all, but the words that people use to describe some music. Maybe I should read them. Maybe I would. Do you want to hear this? Okay, Gone Down Meadowland is the debut album. Oh, it's the debut. Never mind, I didn't listen to the previous one. I swore I listened to the previous one. Maybe, you know what? I think they had 2 albums out in 2025. That's what it was. So Gone Down Meadowland is the debut album from Norwich, UK outfit Floral Image, seeking to hone a brand of East Coast psychedelia that reflected the natural, I don't even know that word, and glorious solitude of the intimate world around them. This is a 10 tracks of vivid hue and harnessed live power, all laced together in fluid lyrical harmonies, veering between shimmering sun-drenched psych pop charms and nocturnal motoric wig outs. I'm saving that hype sticker. I don't normally save hype stickers, but I'm saving that goofy one. So yeah, I mean, I guess that describes it, man. This is Floral Image, a really cool record, man. Very much enjoying that also, and I'm pretty sure John Digital Gramophone had that on his top 10 list. And this is another one I missed, and I love this freaking band. And Steve Carlson showed this on his Best of 2025. I have their debut. I discovered this band. I went to see Bill Callahan from the band Smog, and this band opened for him. And it's a band called Glyders. And I was absolutely blown away by this band. I loved Bill Callahan. He was great, but he was his own kind of style. That's the way Bill is. These guys were completely different and freaking great, man. Really, really good. So I bought their debut album at the merch table for like $15. I was super excited. It was really high on my best of from 2024. And I did not know they had a new album out. And it's a trio, and they are from Chicago. And I had never heard of them. But it's a trio, and they're freaking great. And this is all recorded here in Chicago, Humboldt Park, right down the street. And yeah, in Pilsen, Chicago, and then mixed in Ventura, California. And this is man, we used to just call it rock and roll. I don't know what the subgenre of it is now, but it's rock and roll, man. And it's a little jammy at times. It's got a blues. There's a couple of bluesy songs on here. It's a couple of folky songs. It's very much like their first album. If you like this album, you're gonna love their first album, and vice versa. Highly recommend checking them both out. You can get them pretty cheap. I got mine on Bandcamp. And yeah, this is kick-ass. They're on Drag City out of Chicago. And this is Glyders. What is the name of it? It's called Forever. And love the artwork. The artwork on the first album is probably the same artist. Kind of similar, not quite as florally. But yeah, check these guys out. Rock and roll. And that's all it is. And then I picked this up. And this is actually, Mazzy talked about this on his channel. And I didn't know this was out. This is great. I am a huge John McLaughlin fan. John McLaughlin really, when I was in high school in the 80s, I discovered the Mahavishnu Orchestra and bought everything John McLaughlin ever made. And mostly on CD back then. I had a few of the records, still have a few of those records. I bought everything. I was a big jazz fusion guitar guy when I was 16, 17, 18 years old. I loved jazz fusion guitar. Al Di Meola, McLaughlin, Metheny, and I loved that kind of stuff. So Mazzy showed this, and this is John McLaughlin's most recent album. And it's called Music for Abandoned Heights. And it's Gary Husband, Julian Siegel, Antin Mabi, and Misha Molov Abado. And it's on Impacts Records. This took a long time to come. I probably ordered this back around Thanksgiving, and it finally came. It is great. It's not, straight up fusion like Mahavishnu, but it's got that tinge. There's some moments where you're like, oh, that's the McLaughlin I knew from the 70s, but there's also some beautiful like acoustic numbers, and Impacts Records nails it, absolutely nails this release. I'm gonna pull it out. This they did such a nice job. Impacts Records does stunning work anyway. This is great. It's hard cardstock. The photographs are gorgeous inside. It's just really well done. There's a beautiful book in here. It's just upside down. Sorry, upside down and backwards. Just a wonderful book with some great musings from the studio, and just talking about Miles Davis, and it's kind of an interview with everyone in the band, and then they talk about each song as they were recording it, and just a terrific 8-page little booklet inside. And then of course the vinyl is just perfect, man. Flat and incredible sounding. I've always said I'm not an audiophile. I'm deaf in one ear. I'll never be an audiophile, but I know a good sounding record. That's for damn sure. And this sounds absolutely incredible. So highly recommend you guys check this out if you like jazz guitar. This is the guy, man. John McLaughlin, absolutely beautiful. Impacts Records knocks it out of the park again with another release. So check that out. And that's it, man. That's it. That's all I got. I appreciate all of you guys. I never dreamed I'd be doing this 5 years later, and I'm gonna still keep doing it. So I'm not putting it all in the past. I'm just pulling back a little, resetting. And the videos will keep coming. I'm sure in a couple of weeks I'll be like, oh, I gotta make a video about this or something. So I appreciate all of you. I'm truly humbled. I can't believe you guys watch this. I never dreamed anyone would watch me. So anyway, thank you very, very much for everything and all the questions, comments, and snide remarks, and turning me on to great music also. Just incredible music you guys have all turned me on to.